your backs now, you can, but if you want to start seated, if that's kind of feels nice for your ritual, then start seated. Just allow yourself to get any movements that feel nice as you settle in. Yep, and any mudra that just kind of lands in your space. Here's Lois. Just find it. Let it come to you. Yes, maybe you want to place a blanket over the torso or the hips. It can be comforting. Maybe close the eyes. Bringing our inner eyes into our space. And feeling the nourishment of our breath today. We just had a full moon. So today's practice will do a little bit of a moon flow. But inviting into our space the idea of reflection. The moon reflects the sun. And that light of the moon shines outward. So perhaps thinking of how, and not really thinking today, but bringing into our space that reflection that leads to the shining forth. That feminine energy of reflection, of listening, of waiting, that shines forward. And they often say a full moon, we can look back 6 months in the past and kind of see where we're at. And that might be coming to fruition at whichever full moon it is. So 6 months ago, maybe a seed was planted and it's coming to fruition. Maybe it's just poking its head through the soil. Your next exhale, just inviting in space to reflect, to shine forward. Wherever you're at, perhaps closing the fingers over the palm. And inhaling, opening the fingers, the palms open. Exhale, closing those fingers over the palms. Inhale, opening the fingers. Just moving with your breath, closing the palms on the exhale. Inhale, opening up the hands. And just feeling into that gentle flow of breath and movement. Letting this breath and movement usher us into our space. Now with your Seated, I invite you to lie down. Perhaps continue with the breath and the movement on your back. If you're already on your back, continue for a few more breaths, opening up the palms and closing them. Now we'll pause with our palms open. Maybe shimmy the shoulders and drop into the back of the body. If you have an intention for your practice, perhaps of what you want to shine forward, just bring that into your heart space, shining forward. And then let's exhale. Draw our right knee into the chest. If you bring that left foot to the ground, or that left foot can be long, the left leg can be long, just drawing one knee in at a time to start. When that knee is drawn in, breathe in really deeply as if you could expand that chest into the leg. And then let it go. Maybe your next breath, you let that knee drop out to the side a little bit. And then your breath that you draw in, imagine it could expand into the leg, even though it's out to the side and probably off the body. And let the breath go. And then maybe your next breath, your knee is out to the side and maybe towards your, like the left foot more. So the almost like a reclined butterfly out to the side, but you have your hand on your knee. Breathe into the space. And then your next breath, let go of the leg with the hand. Let that right leg come to the ground. The right foot is on the inside of the left thigh, kind of like a reclined tree, and we'll breathe into this space. And now exhale, bring that right foot to the ground, knee to the sky, and then draw that knee in again. We'll do that one more time. Right knee into the chest, breathe in. On an exhale, let that right knee come out to the side a little, kind of hanging off the side of the body. And your next exhale, kind of more towards that knee, kind of on the outer side of the hip. The right foot might be almost near the ground. And then maybe on your exhale, that right foot comes to the ground in a reclined tree type shape. And just relax, letting go of the knee with the hand. And then exhale, bring that right foot to the floor and then send that leg long. Let's pause here, both of our legs long. And then exhale, draw that left knee into the body. And the right leg is long. Just imagine on your inhale, your chest, your torso expands into that leg. And exhale, drop that knee out to the side a little bit. Your next exhale, you're going to bring that knee down towards the floor, but kind of in the same direction as if it were almost to the left of your hip. And then we'll exhale, lower that right foot to the ground, the left knee kind of towards the ground, so it's like a reclined tree. And exhale, that left foot comes to the floor, knee to the sky. Draw the left knee into the chest. Maybe lengthen through that right leg, reach the heel out, and then relax that right leg. The left knee, left thigh is drawn in. And then drop it out to the side of an exhale. And then your next exhale, drop it kind of down into the side. And then another exhale to let that leg release to the ground. In a reclined tree, let's pause in a reclined tree. Now exhale, bring the left foot to the floor, bring that right foot beside the left foot. Both feet on the floor, knees to the sky. Now imagine, like right below your belly button, is kind of where a clock starts. So right below the belly button is the 6, and then over to the left is the 9. Then you have your 12 o'clock kind of right above that pubic bone, and then to the right is the 3. So let's tilt the pelvis coming up so the kind of sits bones are down into that 12 o'clock position, and then roll the hips kind of over to that 3 o'clock, and then kind of roll so you hit the 6 o'clock and the 9 o'clock. So we're just kind of rocking the pelvis in a clockwise motion. So the low back comes to the ground at 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock kind of over to the left. Lots of space on the low back at 12 o'clock, over to the right at 3 o'clock, and the right side, 6. Just go around. Just little movements. Maybe you notice that low belly is active as you move that pelvis around. And then maybe go around counterclockwise. Yeah, you can draw the knees in if that's helpful too. And then we'll pause, lower everything down to the ground. Maybe lifting the shoulders up, and you might make that spine a little longer. Low back on the earth. And now let's hug knees into the chest again. Let's rock side to side, kind of rocking to 3 and to 9 o'clock. Just back and forth. And breathing into the back. And into the back. And then from there, let the legs reach for the sky. And let's point and flex the feet. Pointing and flexing the feet. Be feeling long through the backs of the legs, through the tops of the feet. And now let's relax the feet. Just let the feet come wherever they are. Hands on the outside of the thighs. And let's drop those feet apart. Make a big V with the legs. The hands can support the thighs, or maybe bring the hands on the inside of the thighs to press those legs further apart. And we'll just kind of hang out. Maybe you rock a little. Maybe you're still. Breathing out and breathing in. Now let's exhale to draw the feet together. Exhale to draw knees into the chest. And now bring those knees over the hips, maybe the ankles in line with the hips. Let's drop the knees over to the right. Gentle twist the knees towards the right side of the mat. The arm can come out like a T or maybe above the head. Breathe in. Let's exhale, draw the knees through the middle and go directly over, knees to the left side of the mat. Twisting again. When you're ready, exhale to bring the knees back to the middle. And however you want to come to standing, make your way to standing. Maybe that's it through a downward facing dog. Maybe that's through a tabletop. And however you get there, Get there with intention. Really nice, guys. Maybe let's rock onto the balls of the feet and onto the heels and onto the balls of the feet and onto the heels. Toes facing forward. Maybe point the toes out to the outer corners of the mat and just rock onto the balls of the feet and onto the heels. Balls of the feet into the heels with the toes pointed out. And then maybe point the toes in towards each other. Come onto the balls of the feet and then the heels. Maybe stretching that inside of the calf on the back of the leg. And then back to neutral, toes point forward. Roll the shoulders back. I'm going to move through a couple sun salutations before we come into a moon salutation. Balancing our energy and greeting the sun, greeting the moon. Let's inhale, reach up to sky with the palms. Maybe coming into a slight back bend, Pranayama. Exhale, folding forward, Uttanasana. Breathe in. Now exhale, step that left foot back, lower that right knee, or the left knee down. Compress that right leg with the side of the body. Breathe in. And then curl the toes under, step the right foot back, coming into downward facing dog. Exhale. We pedal out the feet, rock the weight from side to side, heels reaching for the ground. Then lower down onto the knees, the chest and the chin. Elbows to the sky. Then inhale, lower down on the belly, the hips, lifting the heart. Maybe the hands hover, or maybe you come into full cobra. And then from there, curl the toes and press up and back to downward facing dog. We'll step the left foot forward between the hands, lower the right knee down. Chandrasana. You can either bow over that leg or you can lift up into your low lunge. Yes. Good, guys. Breathe in and out. Breathe in. And then we'll exhale, step that right foot forward, coming into Uttanasana. Now bend the knees, rise up, hands above the head. Send the hips forward, hands go back, slight back bend. And then exhale back to Tadasana. Inhale, reach hands above the head, slight back bend, Pranayama. Exhale, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, step the right foot up, lower the right knee down. Low lunge on the left side first this time. Exhale, curl your toes under, step that left foot back, downward facing dog, Krishnasana. Now lower down your knees, your chest and your chin, Skandasana. Inhale, lift the chest, Bhujangasana. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Really nice. Inhale, step the right foot forward, lower that left knee down. Anjaneyasana on the right side. And now exhale, step the left foot forward, forward fold, Tanasana. Bend the knee, rise up, palms meet, slight back bend, Pranayama. Exhale, hands to the heart, Tadasana. Give yourself a deep breath in and out. My greetings to the sun, that sun that shines onto the moon reflecting the sun. So we'll step towards the long edge of our mat. Our feet can be together, they can be hip distance apart. Into our Chandra Namaskar, so saluting the moon now. So we'll sweep our arms down, reach them overhead. So nice. Exhale over to the left. You can bring the hands together. They can be apart, side bending to the left. And out overhead. Good. Exhale over to the right. Back to the middle. Good. Exhale, step the feet apart. Uchita Tadasana. Wide-legged mountain pose. Breathe in. Exhale, bring the right foot towards the short edge. Reach that right hand over the foot and come into Uchita Trikonasana, hinging at the waist, that right hand in the front of that right leg, left arm to sky. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale, bring that left hand to meet the right hand, kind of clamshelling shut. Bend the right knee just slightly so you can pivot that left foot towards the long edge. Bow over that right leg into Parson Tanasana. Maybe intentionally sending that right sit bone back and that left hip forward just a little. Breathe in. Now exhale, bend that knee, come onto the ball of that left foot. Here we are, Crescent Lunge, Asha Chandrasana. Yep, you can stay folded over that leg. Maybe you want to rise up. It's completely your choice. Asha Chandrasana. Now exhale to fold over that leg and frame the foot if you're not there already. And once you get there, let's pivot our feet, turning them towards the long edge. The hands come towards that right foot, coming into our side lunge, Skandasana. Really nice, guys. You can either bring the toes of that left foot to the sky, keep that left foot grounded. Lift the heart a lot, or maybe you bow over this leg. Really nice. Let's exhale to bring everything to the middle, point the toes out, heels come in, move to Katakunasana. Maybe be mindful that our knees kind of go towards that pinky edge side of the foot. So we're kind of activating that inner thigh to bring the knees out. Goddess squat. Now exhale, let's straighten the legs a little bit to pivot the feet towards the long edge. Then exhale into Skandasana, Lord of War pose on the left. Feet can be up to the sky or foot can be down. Let's breathe in and out. Exhale, bring the hands towards that left foot. Now pivot the feet towards the front of the mat. Hands come that same way. Crescent lunge, Asha Chandrasana. Bow or rise. Exhale, bring those hands to frame the foot. Step that right foot forward just a little bit so we can straighten that left leg and come into our pyramid pose, Parson Tanasana. Left leg straight, bent as much as you need to bow over that leg. Now when you're ready, you can pivot that right foot kind of towards the long edge just a little bit. Left hand on the inside of that left leg, reach the right arm to sky. Uchita Trikonasana. Opening that right shoulder kind of back behind you to open the chest. Breathe in. And then exhale, bring that right arm to sky, and then bring the shoulders over the hips. Point the left foot towards the long edge, right foot comes towards the long edge. Uchita Tadasana, extended mountain pose. Exhale, bring the feet together, arms sweep up above the head again. Yes, over to the left. And over to the right. Back to the middle. Let's bring our hands to our hearts and pause. One more time, saluting the moon, sweep the arms to the sky. Reach over to the left side, bending towards the left. And then side bend towards the right. Exhale. Inhale towards the middle. Yes, exhale, step it wide, Uchita Tadasana. Nice, ladies. On an exhale, pivot that right foot towards the short edge. Reach that right hand past the foot. Exhale, hinge at the waist. Really nice. Really beautiful energy, ladies. Left hand to sky, left shoulder opening. Utthita Tadasana. Maybe closing the eyes. Exhale, clamshell that left hand into the right. Bend that knee just a little bit so you can turn that left foot towards the left side as much as, or alongside as much as you need to, coming into Parson Tanasana. Humbly bowing over that long leg, pyramid pose. The moon reflecting the sun. Exhale, bend that right knee, come on the ball, that left foot. Crescent lunge, Asha Chandrasana. Now plant the hands down, pivot the hands towards the inside of that right foot, and then come into your side lunge. So both feet pivot towards the long edge, and we drop the hips over to the right. Left foot can come to sky, or can come down to the ground. Now exhale, bring the hips to the middle, point the toes towards the corners of the mat, drop those hips, any variation with the arms. Katakunasana. Try to tuck that pelvis. So kind of like what we did on the ground at 3 o'clock. So the low back would be on the ground if we were lying down. The knees point towards the pinky edge of the toes, opening those hips, breathing in and out. Now exhale, let's straighten the legs to point those toes towards the long edge and drop the hips to the left. Skandasana. The light of reflection propelling us forward and leading the way. That power in reflecting can guide us forward. Let's exhale, bring the hands towards the ground, pivot towards the short edge of the mat, Asha Chandrasana. Now exhale, straighten that front leg, adjust that right foot as needed, lower the heel, be pointing the foot towards the long edge, stepping it forward a little, coming into Parson Tanasana, pyramid pose. Another inhale. Exhale, bring that left hand on the inside of that left leg. The right arm reaches up for sky, adjusting that right foot to the comfort of your hip and your body to open up into Utthita Trikonasana. Now exhale, draw that right arm up and then over to the right side as we bring our arms out like a T. Bring the feet towards the long edge. Exhale, Utthita Tadasana. And then step the feet together, bring arms above the head. Exhale over to the left. Through the middle, over to the right. Exhale. And now back to the middle. And then exhale, hands to the heart. Really nice. And pause here, drawing the breath in. And then exhale, let's lower the arms and turn back towards the front of the mat. Feeling the feet on the ground, we'll be bringing our inner eyes awareness to the heart space as we close the eyes. And perhaps with the eyes closed, we reach our arms to sky. Exhale to fold forward into our Uttanasana. Grabbing opposite elbows if that feels good, and we sway side to side.
letting the shoulders, the elbows, and the head be heavy to create a long spine with some traction. And then let's bring everything to stillness. Bring the hands down, bend the knees. Let's step it back into plank pose so we can lower down into our knees, chest, chin. So from our plank, lower down, knees, chest, and chin. And then inhale to Bhujangasana, maybe baby cobra. And then exhale, let's press up and back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now inhale, draw that right foot between the hands. Bring that left foot forward just a little bit. Now straighten the right leg as we rise up so our feet are kind of like our pyramid feet. Rising the shoulders over the hips. And adjust those feet just so you feel grounded. They can be wide apart. They can be close together. You can have one foot turned out. We're going to reach our arms to the sky, come into our archer pose, our standing archer. So then bring those hands, those wrists in front of the shoulders. With that right arm forward, we'll exhale to draw that left hand back towards the shoulder. So the left hand is towards the shoulder, the right arm is forward. As if you had a bow and arrow in your arms, right? So the right arm is forward. Let's bring the left hand beside the right. And this is just our imagery and our reminder that we draw back and reflect. So let's draw back on that bow, pulling that left hand towards the shoulder. Drawing back. And then we gaze past that right hand to hone in on the target. So we reflect and draw back. Hone in on the target. And that light that we shine from our reflection propels us forward into that target. On an exhale, let's bring ourselves into a little twist, bringing the hands and the shoulders towards the right. That bow still drawn back. Nice, nice. Really nice. Just go as far as you can. When you can't go any further, let's pause. And then we'll bring the arms back in line with the feet. Pause there. If you want, you can just stay there, or maybe you twist a little bit towards the left. Then we'll bring everything back to the front. Then release the hands. So just like we opened the palms on our inhale earlier, let those fingers open, releasing. And then bring the palms to meet. Exhale, draw the hands to heart center. Yeah, bend the knee. Let's fold it forward, frame the foot, and step it back to downward facing dog. Exhale. Always find a puppy pose here if you want. Or maybe you find mountain pose. Just letting go. Inhale, step that left foot forward. And maybe bring the right foot forward just a little bit, setting up for our archer pose feet. Grounding the feet, rising up when you're ready. Maybe hands come above the head first and then out in front. Yes, left hand is forward. Let's draw back that right hand and then close that hand. Fist by that shoulder. Reflecting. Pulling back. Gaze past that left thumb. Shining forward. And then when you're ready, exhale to twist towards the left, that left hand guiding the way. Keeping our eye on the target. And then draw everything back towards the front. Maybe you stay gazing front, or you can twist to the right. Really nice.
Now back, in front. And then when you're ready, just open up that hand. Inhale. And exhale to release. Bring the right hand to meet the left. Draw the hands to the sky. Exhale, bend that knee, fold forward, surrender. And then we'll step it back to downward facing dog, meeting in downward facing dog. Now lowering down our knees, our chest, and our chin. Up to baby cobra or full cobra. Then exhale, let's come back to tabletop, hands underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips. And then just bring that left knee kind of towards the right wrist and bring that right knee kind of towards the left foot, and we'll sit down on the back. So kind of sitting down with our legs in front from our tabletop, just dropping everything kind of to the right and back. So coming to seated. Yeah. You can bring your feet out in front. When you get there, maybe just sway side to side with legs bent and feet in front. We're going to ground into those sits bones. And now let's send that left leg long. We're going to come into our seated archer pose. So with our right hand, going to lean forward so that shoulder comes towards the knee, and maybe find the outer side of that right foot with that right hand, and then lift that foot up. So the the shoulder is kind of in line with the middle of the foot. And if you can't get your foot into your hand from there, then you can use your strap. So hooking a strap onto the foot and just holding that up like with the hand. So just drawing that knee back towards the shoulder and then reaching that left hand kind of towards that left foot. Let's flex our left foot. Sitting up nice and tall. And then let's extend that right leg out and let's come into our heron pose. Maybe finding our hands on the strap, extending that right leg long. Left leg is long. And now bend that right knee and then draw it back into our seated archer pose. Whether with strap or with the hand on the foot. Then exhale, extend that right leg long, draw the left hand maybe to help with the leg or onto the left leg. Finding heron pose. And now exhale, bend that right knee, come into seated archer one more time. Draw that knee back, left arm forward. And now let's extend that leg long with the strap or with our hand, coming into heron. Nice long back. Got our strap to support us. Now let's try to activate that leg. And whether you're using your strap or you're using your hands, keep that leg strong, get it nice and strong. And then we're going to let go of that strap and let go of the hand and see where that leg is. And now releasing the upward bend the knee and bring that right leg down. Maybe shake it out. Really nice, guys. And we'll do that on the other side. Maybe send the legs long and just pause for a moment. Just thinking about this moon, this full moon that reflects the sun, shines its light. And then come into that archer, that reflection that propels forward. So maybe your strap is on the foot, and maybe your hand is on the foot. That right leg is long, the left knee is bent, and bend that knee kind of into that shoulder. Finding archer, sit up tall. Maybe gaze past that right toe, big toe, or the left big toe. And then when you're ready, we'll extend that leg long, coming into our heron, maybe using that strap. Left leg is long.
And now bend the left knee, coming into that archer, extending the right arm forward. Yeah, good. And then exhale, extend that leg long, coming into heron. Now from here, this is a passive expression of heron as we have our hands to support us, or that strap. So now we're going to bring it into active as we activate that leg and let go of the strap or the hands. Let that leg be there just with the leg straight. And then we'll lower down, bending and letting go. Nice job, guys. Let's bring our hands behind us. Then windshield wiper out the legs. Maybe you bring the feet to the floor, drop them side to side. And maybe you just move the feet side to side. And then maybe finding your blanket, your socks, your cardigan, your stocking cap, whatever you need to come into Shavasana. Let's make our way down to the floor. Maybe you want your legs long, coming into the Viparita Karani. Maybe you want a good morning stretch. Maybe you want to come into your happy baby, which might be a little bit of resemblance of that archer pose that we just did, but it's on the back. Winding down, our next supportive posture is our Shavasana. Really nice job, guys. Letting yourselves drop into effortlessness. The moon is shining brightly, full of energy. The element associated with the moon is the water element, which governs emotions. The water element is fluid. Maybe allowing just a little bit of easy flowing into your space of rest. In my in-person classes that I had the honor of leading, I would often use chimes. I haven't done it on Zoom yet, but I brought it into our class today, so hopefully the sound is okay. I'm just gonna let the chime play
As we rest together, it's the water element. Just bringing in that energy of the moon. Now you're welcome to remain in Shavasana. However, if you'd like to roll over to a seated position, you can practice some pranayama together. And we'll close with chanting today as well. So if you'd like to remain on your back and rest, you're welcome to. Otherwise, in your own time, when you're ready, just make your way up to a seated position. Let's practice our Nadi Shodhana pranayama today, our alternate nostril breathing. So our left hand we can bring into our thumb and index together and the other fingers are extended. And then our right hand we can place our index and middle finger on that third eye with the ring finger on the left nostril and the right, or the thumb on the right nostril. Or you can tuck those fingers in. So rest your left hand in your lap, wherever is comfortable. And I'll guide us through. We'll start just by inhaling normally through both nostrils. And then let it go. Now close the right nostril with the thumb and inhale on the left side for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Close left, exhale right. 6, 5, 4, 3. Inhale right. Close right, exhale left. Inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close right, exhale left. Inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Release your right hand into your lap. Feel your natural breath. If you'd like to do call and response chanting, the chant that we'll do together today, it's Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. So however you'd like to place your hands, if you want to just listen, you can listen. If you want to call and response, you can. This is our mantra. It's like for creating. Om Namo Narayanaya. 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 Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Helen.
Thank you guys.